So what are the three things you need to look at when you're thinking about a cash out refinance that not only takes care of your payments, the issues you have for now, but also protects your future? And when I say protect your future, all I'm talking about is making sure you're not adding a bunch of debt. Typically, even a $300,000 consolidation can cost you anywhere between $200,000 and $230,000 in extra interest. We want to make sure you don't fall into that trap. Over the last 30 years, I've worked with a lot of people making sure their debt is correct, making sure they're getting into the right debt. Mostly on the real estate investment side, where it's really important to make sure you're in the right debt, or it's going to snowball, it's going to compound and make it even worse. I want to make sure I'm helping consumers too. And when you're looking at our cash out refinance, typically it's not the way to go if you already have a great rate. A great rate's anywhere between 3.5% or below. Because right now you're looking at maybe 5.5%, 6% at the best for that new refi. And if you're at 3%, you're going to 6%, you just went up 100% on your cost of funds on your large portion, the biggest portion. As I say, don't pull in your good debt to take care of your bad debt. So the three things when you're looking at refinancing, number one is making sure you get the relief you want. Not the relief they talk you into. If you're looking for 500, 700, whatever it may be, make sure you're getting the relief that you need, not what the mortgage person is talking you into. Number two is make sure you're not putting your future in jeopardy. What that means is you're not piling on a bunch of debt to the future you. And I don't care if that's year 1, 3, 5, or even 30 years. If you have a family and you're trying to protect them and you're trying to get yourself out of debt, and get the relief, not only the payment relief, but also the relationship relief. Because usually what you find in these situations too is there's issues at home because of all the debt and no one figuring out how to make ends meet. It also comes down to just, making sure you can sleep well, and you don't want to just push that off. So when you're looking at a refinance, make sure you're not just piling on debt for the future to bring back all that stress in the family, all that stress that's going to make you not even healthy in the future. And most important, when you're looking at a cash out refinance, look at your options. What are your options? How about a fixed rate home equity loan? How about moving those credit cards over to 0% cards? How about looking at maybe family, friends, GoFundMe, something that could just take care of the debt that you have, stretch it out so you could get the payment relief, but not put your family and your home in jeopardy by adding on a bunch of debt over the lifetime. Like I said, when we did some numbers just on $290,000 in debt when someone consolidated it from a 3.5, and that case was up to 7, but it's still doubling. What it showed is two families looking at both options. When they looked at the cash out refinance, they were adding over $230,000 in extra interest to their future lives. Where someone with a home equity loan was getting the same fixed rate. They were lowering their payments just like they wanted, but they weren't adding so much interest to the back of their lives. We want to make sure you're paying the least amount for debt. We say there's good debt, but good healthy debt is not the stuff that's going to pile on in future years. We want to make sure you take care of your wealth right now, which means taking care of those payments. We want to make sure you take care of your health, which means you can get back to sleep. And there's no more family fights, between kids and spouses. You're not having any kind of pains out there. We want to make sure you're in the best that you can to enjoy life more. And that's what we're all about here. So check out our website. We have a great calculator. We could put in that information. You can see if a HELOC's better or a cash out refinance. And we really don't care because we're not here to talk you into a mortgage or a home equity loan. We just want to make sure you're in the best debt for you and your family.